Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones.
To the 22-yard line. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, hey, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Now here's Mahomes. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be fourth down. A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around probably with his dad, he thought about playing in the NFL. He dreamed of it. But to put up these kind of numbers while doing so, that's got to be kind of cool for him. He'll enjoy the heck out of thinking about that when this one is over.
Mahomes going to go on fourth down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he coughed it up, and the Packers pick it up. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
From the 22, Rodgers.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley, and the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved up the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
On second and goal, Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Javon Hargrave able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. They go play fake. Mahomes. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. The Packers at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Touchdown, Packers! Christian Watson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Got an open man. It's Valdez. And I think the ball's out. And the Packers pick it up.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't. Play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Patterson back out there to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold up.
Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. That really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room. It translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Fielded just inside the 30. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Throwing now is Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer 1st down.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Packers pick it up. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the 1st half of play. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half.
Keke QT now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that 1st half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that 1st half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again to Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A nice performance last week. Recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has, but I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rodgers.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he'll find QT on the right side, complete.
And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's a hit.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety.
Well, it's pretty evident that's not the way you want to try to establish momentum ahead of a possible fourth-quarter comeback, because you needed points there, at least something to build out for your next series. That was neither. Instead, it's a huge play for a defense that now has no doubt it can finish this game off.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd down, another shot for Jones.
And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 33.
76 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Again, it's Jones. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 2 on the play there, and it'll give the Packers a first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. That's headed right. It's no good. He misses wide of the upright. And that'll keep this a 19-point game. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Room here to run.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
A big play there for KC. 56 yards on the ground. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
From just inside the 20, a short kick.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. Charles